This video is made possible by my patrons on Patreon. Hello everyone, my name is Ziamaro and welcome to Battlerite Sage. So I think it would have been hard to miss the absolute chaos that happened yesterday. If you haven't heard because you've been living under a rock or something, Battlerite Royale is going to be released as a totally separate game from Battlerite. Sometimes I have a tendency to take a knee-jerk reaction to things like this, and I guess that's relatively normal. But quite often, once I take a step back and have a chance to think about it, I calm down about the whole thing. But honestly, with this, not so much. So I just want to go through some of my follow-up thoughts on the whole thing. First off, I just want to tackle something that I think is really unhelpful. Brigading. Now, don't take this as me defending SLS here, but I really dislike some of the brigading that's been going on Reddit. What I'm talking about specifically is people encouraging others to give Battlerite a negative review on Steam, and actually in some other cases, some much more, well, violent stuff. I mean, come on guys, don't be cretins. But weird stuff aside, it seems like a lot of people have gone over to Steam to give Battlerite a bad review, and I mean a lot of people. If you don't like Battlerite as a game, go ahead and give it an honest review. Seriously, reviews are really important for informing potential buyers. But the stupid thing here is that some people seem to have this misguided idea that giving Battlerite a bad review will force SLS to change their mind. Quite the contrary, actually. All it does is increase the likelihood that someone will look at the base game of Battlerite and give it a miss based on the reviews. I know some people will have taken it upon themselves to just go and give the game a bad review, but if you're one of the many people who did this because someone on Reddit told you to do it, grow up. Don't do something because someone on Reddit tells you to do it. Don't do something because I tell you to do it. Think for yourself, people. On the other side of Reddit shenanigans are the memes. This part everyone can enjoy. And oh boy, there's been a lot of them. Seriously, you guys are hilarious. When something as disastrous as what happened yesterday happens, all you can do is laugh. And the whole thing does feel like an elaborate joke. So let's get into the main two thoughts I have about this announcement. First off, the pre-announcement. What on earth were you thinking, Stunlock? Like, I know we have a lot of armchair marketers in our midst who love to trash you on your sometimes questionable PR decisions, but this one, wow. This one really takes the cake. The decision to make Battlerite Royale a standalone game must have been a tough one. I do get that. And hey, we don't know the full story yet. Maybe you have some really good reasons for why you decided to do it this way. But you must have known what the community reaction to this would be. I mean, to put things in perspective, the dev blog was on r/all for controversial. No matter how you handed us this news, it would have been a mess. But that pre-announcement hype, what was that? If you're gonna give people bad news, don't give your community a false sense of hope. Just get it over with. Rip the damn plaster off. And yes, in the UK we say plaster, not band-aid. The actual decision to split the game is maybe forgivable if there's a good reason for it. But the pre-announcement? Come on, man! And speaking of reasons to split the game, there's this old chestnut, the cash grab. I would be genuinely shocked if we don't see some backpedaling on this one. So, some background. Battlerite Royale was originally pitched as the casual mode Battlerite needed to get people into the game and sustain a healthy player base. And that logic is pretty sound in my opinion. Arena is quite punishing and it can get monotonous after a while. The game could use some other game modes to play when you're burnt out. I can guarantee that it wasn't always the plan to split the games. This is almost certainly a late development decision. But the thing that really makes this look like a cash grab is charging people who have already sunk as much as £85 on the game. That's how much the legendary bundle is. I don't know how much it is in other regions, but £85 is 108 US dollars. The point is, people have sunk money into this game specifically to support the developers in making a really unique game. And it's a real kick in the teeth to find you've actually been supporting the development of another game. And if that wasn't enough, they're going to charge us to beta test it. Oh no, sorry. We do get a discount if we've already sunk money into the game. It's funny because it's like they've tried to emulate Fortnite's success to the letter, but they've just misread the formula. The thing was with Fortnite, Epic Games had been developing Save the World for a while and it clearly wasn't getting the attention it needed. So they made a Battle Royale mode to suck people in and generate some cash. But here's the thing, Fortnite's Battle Royale probably wasn't meant to be the focus. It was meant to be a little bait and switch. Suck them in with a quick and easy game mode and then charge them for the main game. Turns out, people didn't really care for Save the World, but Battle Royale was a once-in-a-generation success. It's like the World of Warcraft of Battle Royale games. And the other thing was, it was totally free. There was no early access price tag. They started charging people for battle passes and whatnot after they sucked people in. As a side note, it's funny that Stunlock would poke fun at the whole EA cash grab. You know, Croak's dab of pride and accomplishment? Yeah, this thing feels well within the realm of EA-style cash grabs. Anyway, in true Zeo fashion, let's end on a positive note. PR blunders aside, maybe I'm a goddamn idiot, but I am still quite excited to play Battlerite Royale. I mean, I love the art style, I know I love the game mechanics, and I guess I like Battle Royale games. Or at least I'll usually play them for a while. And of course, there's still the roadmap we'll be getting on Monday. I hope this has just been a PR blunder and Stunlock proves us all wrong. Maybe they have some really big developments for Arena in the pipeline. This whole thing wouldn't sting nearly as much if it didn't feel like Arena had been neglected for the better part of 2018 in order to save the game with Battlerite Royale. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then please feel free to subscribe for more Battlerite guides, news, and discussion. If you'd like to help support the channel and get some unique rewards, then head over to patreon.com/battleritesage. And don't forget to check out twitch.tv/battleritesage. Until next time, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.